All right, Shalom. This is the brother Tazabah from the GMS Atlanta Church. I want to start out by giving our glory and infinite praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to my apostles and the elders at Great Millstone that teach and that rule well. Salutations unto the Akim throughout the four corners that are putting their life on the line week in and week out to prophesy the gospel of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah. And salutations to the few women and children that subscribe to this truth and faith and sincerity, all charity and subjection, because that is the key. All right, I just wanted to come real quick. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. And entitled this lesson, The Sweet Bitterness. Because in this, when you get this truth, it's sweet in the beginning. But the reason as to why a lot of individuals fall out of the truth is because of the bitterness. The Lord said, he caught us by beguilement, to a degree, He lured you in with the honey. But, once it touched the stomach, it becomes bitter. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to just, elaborate through the Spirit. All right. Now, this is John chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Yeah. And what is the truth? Having this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Whether you being a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, or Seminole Indian, knowing the truth, you know that you're an Israelite. And in you having the truth through faith, believing on the fact, knowing that you're an Israelite, you move towards Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And moving towards Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, that's the keeping of the laws, statutes, and commandments. All right? And in keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments, that makes you free. So having the truth makes you free. Free from what? Free from the mental and spiritual bondage, the mental, the emotional, and the psychological and spiritual bondage that Esau has put us in throughout the planet, man. Not just here in America and Babylon the Great, but throughout the planet. You understanding that you're an Israelite. You understanding that, this is not the end all be all. This life that we see here, it has set you free. So I don't worry about what's to come after life, after death. It's life, man. It's the kingdom. I don't worry about how I'm going to feed myself for tomorrow or how I don't worry about next year. Why? Because I know if I do the things that are pleasing in the sight of the Most High, He'll never bring me to the begging for a piece of bread, man. All right? King David spoke on that. All right? So with that, this is the sweetest bitterness that you can possess on the planet right now. It's sweet because when you know the truth, it gives you hope. It gives you understanding. But the bitterness is that now Now I just gotta suffer through it. And nobody wants to sit through and suffer that ass whooping, man. But hey, as Yahweh Shah suffer for righteousness' sake, so must we, man. We're not greater than our master. All right, Yahweh Shah said what? That and you can't be my disciple if you don't bear your own cross, man. And a part of having this truth is knowing that you must bear your cross, man. All right. Let's see. I'll go here. This is Revelations chapter 10, verse 9. All right. It says, and I went unto the angel and said unto him, give me the little book. And what is that little book? It's the scriptures, man. All right. And he said unto me, take it and eat it up. And how do you eat it up? Hey, blessed is he that readeth. And when you read, Yahweh Shah comes in and he sup with you. All right. Take it and eat it. And it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey. Yeah, because when we tell you, the kingdom is for the Israelite, and you ain't gonna have to work. You ain't gonna be no death. Ain't gonna be no crime. You can have this. Hey, Jake gonna be rich. You gonna have many wives. The women. You gonna have many kids. You ain't gonna ever have to lift a finger. You will have the dopest gear, the dopest wardrobes, any and everything that Jake could imagine. And when you hear the kingdom and seeing that all the suffering that you're going through, this is nothing for you to believe on the truth when you hear all the goodies. But what about when you have to earn those goodies, man, through the bitterness, through Jake vilifying your name, through your family members trying to get away from you because, oh girl, she her husband is one of those Israelites. He got her under mind control. She in a cult. Like, you gonna hear all of these things. And you being a woman, a child, they gonna talk about your father. You know, you being the man of the, you being the servant, you being the man. Hey, they gonna just people gonna talk about you, man. People gonna talk about you. People gonna get away from you, and Esau gonna come down. And we already see that coming down the pipeline, man. All right. So it's bitter. That's that bitterness when you have to see, hey, yo, I got to do my lessons. I got to get up and go out every Saturday. I got to get up and fellowship with brothers. I got to get up and study. I got to read. I got to make time for the Lord. You know, I just can't give him with the little pocket change that I got in my pocket of time. No, you make time for the Lord. You make time for the freaks, you know? So it's a bitterness that comes with this. But with it, what? With that bitterness, it is you've been made free. All right. Now I go here. This is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 11. Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous. Yeah, because when you first come into the truth, it seems as if though, like, you know, you first you got a peace of mind. You know, you got a peace of spirit. But as time goes on, and I don't eat shrimp, crab, pork, lobster no more, you know. I'm not backdooring Jake, sleeping with married women. I'm not doing these things. Now, you know, life is starting to get bitter. So, okay, here it is. You may slip up in a particular area and the Lord judges you for it. All right. So now no chastising. Here it is, you backdoor Jake. You was sleeping with married women all your whole life, and it just seemed like money was falling into your lap. Everything was going good for you. But now, you know, the same thing. You commit these acts now or whatever. Now it's a judgment that comes along with it. Ain't Satan sending you pick me up care packages and stuff, you know. It's the Lord judge. It's the Lord's sending judgment against you for these acts now. All right. Now, no chastening for the present seems to be joyous but grievous, yeah, because it hurts, man. All right. There, nevertheless, afterward, it yielded the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. All right. So it's the key is that it yielded the peaceable fruit. After you went through that bitterness, comes the sweet. You see? You see how the Lord caught us? He gave us the sweet before the bitter. But really, that's how it's supposed to go, because through that bitter will we taste of the ultimate sweetness, you know? And that's the peaceable fruits. It says the peaceable fruit of righteousness, keeping of the law, statutes, commandments, unto them which are exercised thereby. So you must be exercising these things, exemplifying these things, moving in that spirit. All right. Not in the spirit of, you know, being in the world out here, you know, trying to become TikTok or Instagram famous, you know, trying to go viral, you know. It's a bitterness that comes with this, man. Things don't get easier. They get easier spiritually, yeah. But physically, the tediousness that comes with being in this walk, you know, hey, it's bitter, man. Through you wanting to get up with brothers constantly every week, the Lord could allow Satan, just like he allowed Job, to buffet you, man. You know, now all of a sudden your cars, you constant catching flat tires, like I once had when I used to travel back and forth to the state. You know, now you catching back ailments, knee ailments, headaches, migraines, all because of what? All because you want to serve Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. And the Lord allow these things because he wants to see your will and your push, your faith towards him, man. All right, because he set you free. So what are you doing? What are you willing to sacrifice and go through to maintain this level of freedom, man? All right. Now let's go. I'll go here. It's a lot. This is Luke chapter 12, verse 48. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. Yeah, that's Jake out here that don't know nothing, as we once had, you know. If we'd have stayed in there, of course we would have been destroyed, but it would have been with a few stripes. All right, so let's see what happens for the individuals that have been made free. All right, they choose to return back unto bondage. All right. or better speaking unto really to the point that I wanted to make, Salat. Let me just read it. For unto whom much is given, of him shall be much required. Yeah, because the Lord set you free. He gave you freedom. So with this power of freedom, you know, in his name, you being able to call, send up prayers, send up curses. Hey, that's a power. So for unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required. So the Lord requires much of us. All right. You ask and we ask so much of the Lord. Why? Because the power is in his hands. So much was given to him, much is required from him, because we all need Yahweh Shai. All right. So think on your end. You being a man, you being a so-called prophet, you know, a teacher of the word. It's much required of us, man. And that much that's being required is the thing that causes Jake to fall out, man. The bitterness that causes Jake to fall out. Because they didn't understand the power that was given unto him, and they didn't understand the requirements that came along with this position. And they forsook the position. Here it is, you was placed as basically an officer or a captain over a particular set of men, and you just throw it behind you, man. You cast it behind you because it's too much. But you wanted the notoriety. You wanted the parades from when the officers and the captains slide through the city. You wanted that, but you didn't know what was going on in the background, man. And to whom men have committed much, of him would they ask the more. And I've seen it. You know, brothers being on one level in the truth, and the Lord puts this brother on another level. All right. So the Lord committed much to him. Hey, man, the people asked, hey, bro, and I'm one of the brothers. You ask more of him. Why? Because hey, he has it, and you lack. So therefore, what you do, you go to the individual that has it, man. All right. And it's a bitterness that comes with that. All right. Being a camp head, you know. Now I go here. All right. This is Matthew chapter 13, verse 13 and 13. Salat. And ye should be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Yeah, because he said, but he that shall endure unto the end. Because it's going to be men that come into it and they going to fight for a moment. But many of them are not going to endure. That's why Yahweh Shai said, but he that shall endure unto the end. It's a lot of them come in with, you know, a lot of Mike Tyson, bravado, strength, promise. But it's just like once the bitterness kicked in, like when Tyson, in Tyson's real life, when Customato died, you saw what happened. Tyson got his ass knocked out by Buster Douglas. He was never the same fighter, never to really be considered. Well, he's not one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, honestly, for true boxers that really know. He's not one of the greats, you know? So the same thing, that's the same thing in this, man. You're going to have a lot of great men, and I've met great men in this walk, man. Way greater than myself, because I'm nobody, all right? And I'm thinking this dude's a shoo-in. But the bitterness took him up out of here. You know, the bitterness took him up out of there. He was pulled in through the sweetness, but the bitterness got him up out of here, and they're no longer among us, man. Just like a champion, you lose that belt. Once you lose that belt, it's damn near impossible to get that belt back, man. The same thing in this. Don't allow this bitterness to take your crown, man. And that bitterness may come in the form of a woman, financial insecurities, physical ailments, psychological, emotional ailments, family issues. At the end of the day, we must endure until the end, man. Because that's the only way in which we should be saved. All right? I'll end here, Psalms 34, verse 7. And the angel of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai encampeth round about him that fear him, campeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them. So how can you fear the Most High without having knowledge, wisdom, and understanding? Isaiah 33 and 6, man. Knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times. All right? And a part of having a part of that knowledge and wisdom is understanding that, it's bitterness that comes along with this. It's sweetness in this. But it has to be done in the bay. It has to be taken and experienced in the balance. The Lord ain't gonna never put too much on us that we can handle. But at the end of the day, we gotta understand, like, this is the sweetest bitterness that we can possess on this side, and we must embrace it, man. It's easy to embrace sweetness. It's harder to embrace that bitterness. But the bitter is where the change, and that's where the salvation comes, man. The change from the old man into the immortal man, to that righteous and flawless man in the sight of the Most High, man. Because if it was left up to us just keeping the law, statutes, and commandments alone, our righteousness is as filthy rags, man. But that's all I had through the Spirit. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to end off by giving all glory and infinite praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rekakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and the elders. Till the next time, Shalom.